2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. You'll see the West All-Stars and the 80s team. It'll be the 80s team off the tip. I'll look at the West All-Stars starting group. We've got Luka Doncic. Antetokounmpo is out there with Jokic. Then it's Curry. And it's James in at the three. A nice shot by Jordan.
Jordan often gets his hoops off the dribble, but he also is capable as a catch-and-shoot guy.
Doncic outside. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Now here's Jordan. Here's Johnson. And the layup's good off the glass.
Yeah, and Jordan sees the floor so nicely. I mean, one of his guys has a clean look. He gets the ball to him in whip-like fashion.
Jordan against Doncic. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Fades back. Bird pulls it in.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
The shot's good from Jordan.
An effective score from the in-between area of the court. Jordan doing his thing.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the West All-Stars. 4-point game. Pass to LeBron. Back to Curry. Over Johnson. They get it again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good. Giannis.
Yeah, Antetokounmpo has really learned how to get himself to the foul line. It's one of the easiest ways to score the ball. He gets to the stripe at a higher clip with each passing year.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. The 80s team with the ball. Here's Johnson. Jordan the pass to Bird. Over James. Here's Malone. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
James outside. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The 80s team with the ball. Johnson outside. Outside Jordan. The tray. Sinks the three-pointer. Jordan's got 7 points in the game.
Jordan really confident rising up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he sinks these outside jumpers.
Doncic against Jordan. And the 80s team has possession. Leading by 5. And then Johnson with the jam.
Well, it's good to see Jordan focus on distributing the ball some. I mean, an all-around talent, one of the greatest ever, who does everything for this team.
Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Giannis. Kicks it to Curry. 5 to shoot. Here's LeBron. Rebound, Malone. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80s team. No good from 18. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. I spoke with the head coach of the 80s team, and he talked about the group effort that it's going to take to contain Antetokounmpo. He said there's no one player or one way to defend Giannis because he causes foul trouble and he wears guys down. Going to give him different looks and come at him with different guys. We'll see how effective those fresh legs on Antetokounmpo will be tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And here is Doncic following the three-pointer by Michael Jordan. Passes it to Curry. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Man, I have great appreciation for the IQ of Stephen Curry. I mean, once the ball hits his hands, guys, you know he's thinking about letting it go.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Straight power, homie. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely a resounding dunk.
Yeah, for sure. That was a take no chances, take no prisoner slam right there, guys.
And there it is for him. Johnson's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Now, here's Doncic. A floater. That shot off. And the 80s team going the other way now.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Back to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Olajuwon's checked in for Moses Malone. The West also making some changes. Paul George comes in for James. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Steph Curry. Bird against George. Nice D from Bird.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
The pass to Olajuwon over Jokic. And too long on the shot. Now Doncic. And here's Jokic. Back to Doncic. He kicks it to George. They get it back. Jokic. Olajuwon with the block.
Boy, Olajuwon is a ferocious defender and rim protector. Really excels at slapping shots away.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. So for the West, Sabonis, he's checked in for Jokic. Ben Simmons comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Doncic. Now here's Lillard. From deep, sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Here's Johnson. 8 points for him. Lobs it up for Jordan.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run.
And as the receiver, he doesn't feel the need to go for the monster finish that time. I mean, laying it up for the 2 points worked out just fine.
Back to Lillard. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Sabonis making sure to pass it where his teammates are open, and that's just being a good passer there.
Johnson, the pass to Jordan. Paul George with the steal. On the wing, Brown. Dishes it to Simmons. That one, no good. Good D by Olajuwon.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the 3 in transition.
Now here's Johnson. And here's Bird from the arc. Olajuwon kicks to Bird. And the 3 ball is good. And the 80s team leads by 3.
You know, it's interesting the way Bird shoots the basketball. Angles his body instead of squaring up most times, but the results are remarkable and unquestionably good.
Now here's Sabonis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. 6 to shoot. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick and roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick and roll situations.
Goes back up. Here's Olajuwon. Here's McHale. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Ben Simmons.
The man of a million moves, Kevin McHale, wrote the textbook on how to operate in the post.
It's his first trip to the line.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one falls for McHale. The 80s team making some changes. James Worthy's checked in for Bird. Irving comes in for Michael Jordan. And Isaiah Thomas is subbed in for Magic Johnson.
And among NBA bigs, he is known for his ability to deliver at the free throw line.
And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. The 80s team making a switch here. Abdul-Jabbar's checked in. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Here's Brown. Clock at 6. A floater. Excellent defense from Worthy.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Just a smooth, clever playmaker. Isaiah keeping his teammates involved here.
George against Irving. The West making some changes. Gobert comes in for Sabonis. And Paul's subbed in for Damian Lillard. There's 1:54 left here in the opening quarter. Brown, and that one is good.
I think that's where Brown is at his best, guys. He's a muscular athlete who loves finishing strong through contact.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. Pass to Olajuwon. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on George. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 80s team.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the West All-Stars. Trailing by 5. Pass to Paul. 1:19 left in the first quarter of the game.
My goodness, what a move there to lose the defender. got him on his heels, and then he made it look easy from there on in.
Now, here's Thomas. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Paul against Worthy. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd-pleasing already.
George passes to Simmons. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Outside for George. 4 on the clock. George double-teamed and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so here are the West All-Stars. And the ball out of play. The 80s team will inbound. And the 80s team has possession. It's a 5-point game. Passes to Irving from past the arc. The West All-Stars pull it in. And now here comes Simmons leading the break. And the ball out of play. The 80s team will inbound. Thomas with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. To the paint. Here's Irving. 1 second left. And it's good on the way in. And the 80s team leads by 7. And so it's the home team heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look, guys, at the 80s team performance. What are your thoughts?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Simmons is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Brown. Then it's Paul George. And it's Paul in at the 1 spot. George has gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Thomas against Paul. And the pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Fires for 3. Another shot by Dantley, no good. And they're running. Simmons dishes to Paul. Simmons looking around. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And the 80s team has possession. Leading by 5. Here's Worthy. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Worthy's got 6.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Here's Gobert. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. George passes to Gobert. That one falls.
Tell you what, George has gotten very good in the pick and roll. Actually pretty deceptive when he's running the pick and roll. When you anticipate him pulling up for the shot, he'll take the defense by surprise with the slick pass to an open teammate.
The West All-Stars have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Malone's checked in for Abdul-Jabbar. Then for the West All-Stars, Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ben Simmons. LeBron comes in for Brown. And Curry subbed in for George. A free throw drops for Gobert.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Thomas passes to Dantley. Back to Thomas. Wants to get it to Worthy and does. On target from 13 feet. Worthy's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
LeBron James on the wing. Ball's knocked loose. Now Worthy. He's got 8. Out to the wing. To the inside. Malone. And Malone with the stuff.
Yeah, Malone showing you the bounce. High he got up there, dunking comes pretty easy to him. It's quite easy when you get that high up.
Paul outside. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And here we go. Thomas heading to the hoop. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And the long reach of Antetokounmpo. I mean, stretches for days. And because of that, he's excellent at challenging shots.
Dominique Wilkins. He's checked in for Irving. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Jokic. He's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Free throw drops for Worthy.
One of the most feared, versatile scorers at that forward position. Big game James always seems to make the most out of any situation.
Curry dishes to LeBron. Ball against Thomas. To halt the run. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Confident and precise is exactly how Paul owns the mid-range area.
And the dunk by Worthy.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
Curry's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. And here is Thomas. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the wing on the left. Malone in the high post. Shot clock at 5. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Wilkins has got the lead up to 11 now for the 80s team. Curry kicks to James. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Weight room muscle on display there. James, even when he gets hit, he can still score.
The 80s team making a switch here. Gervin's checked in. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the West. The 80s team with the ball. They've led by as many as 11 points. Outside Thomas. Back to Wilkins. 6 on the shot clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Passes it to Jokic. No good that time.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
The 80s team making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The pass to Wilkins. Good defense by Jokic. And the West All-Stars have possession. Trailing by 10. Got that bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 14 points.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Malone outside. Here's Gervin. Worthy trying to break free. And that one's good. Gervin. And the 80s team leads by 10. And so Doncic will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Wilkins against LeBron. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, when James is looking to score, he puts defenders in really tough spots. And when he's aggressive and tenacious, watch out.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw is good. Larry Bird's checked in for Dominique Wilkins. The West All-Stars also with the sub. Sabonis is checked in.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Damian Lillard's checked in for James. And both free throws good for Worthy.
You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter. But right now, he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Here's Curry. The shot, no good. Johnson with the defensive effort.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Bird. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. Bird's gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Pass to Jokic. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Pass to Worthy. Gervin outside. A shot's good from Worthy. Worthy's got 19 points.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Here's Curry. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And just so crafty on the drive. Curry excels at getting the D to hit him in these situations.
The West All-Stars have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. That's good from Stephen Curry.
I mean, I think Curry could shoot his free throws blindfolded and still make about 90%.
The 80s team making some changes. Olajuwon's checked in for Malone. McHale comes in for James Worthy. And it's Jordan in for Gervin. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Outside Jordan, puts up a 3. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Jokic passes to Doncic. Lillard from outside, and it's sent back by McHale. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
I tell you what, the peripheral vision, the court awareness of Johnson, this guy always knows when one of his teammates is open.
Curry on the wing, guarded by Jordan, knocked away, and stolen by Jordan. Makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Curry attacking. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Larry Bird.
And that's what Curry will do for you. Force the defender to commit, absorb the contact, and get to the line.
The West All-Stars have been a perfect 8 of 8 at the line. And the first one at the line is good. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Jokic. And George is subbed in for Doncic. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the 80s team. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And they double up Jordan. Here's McHale. Here's Olajuwon. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Olajuwon's got 6 points.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
It goes in, and the 80s team lead is cut back down to 10 points after they get the bucket from Lillard. Lillard's gone 3 for 4 here from the field. Outside Jordan. Feeds to Bird. To the middle. Here's McHale, and it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
There's the peripheral vision we talk about. Bird finding a wide open teammate.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Jaylen Brown's checked in for the West. Here's Simmons. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Brown kicks to George. Now here's Brown. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And Brown is just so physically imposing. I mean, especially inside where he usually gets whatever he wants.
Pass to Bird. Over George, and Bird gets it to go on the assist by Johnson. Bird's got 5.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Back to Lillard. From deep. Olajuwon grabs the miss. Olajuwon's got 5 rebounds tonight.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
George with the ball. 7 points in the game. Lillard outside. Misses the 3. Lillard's gone just 1 of 4 from deep. Inside, it's deflected. Olajuwon, good.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Sabonis feeling it out a bit. And George, here we go. That shot off the mark. George has gone 3 for 8 tonight from the field. Here's Jordan. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's Lillard, rejected by McHale.
And, you know, they're losing in large part because he's not playing well. It's really as simple as that.
And stolen by Lillard. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way. Can they get it? And the layup is good. Brown's got 6.
Boy, there's a lot to like about the attitude of Brown. If he sees a fast break opportunity, He's taking full advantage of it in a heartbeat.
And it's good, 2 points.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Lillard. Hakeem Olajuwon with the rebound.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's McHale, and it's Kevin McHale with the finish.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
And so it's the home team controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. The defensive work they've done against Paul George has been a big factor. He hasn't done anywhere near the kind of damage we expected. And we'll be right back after this. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. James Worthy having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Bird is out there with McHale. Then there's Moses Malone. Then it's Johnson, and it's Jordan in at the 2. LeBron, no luck.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And for the West, we've got Antetokounmpo, Doncic out there with Steph Curry. And it's LeBron James, and it's Jokic in at the center position.
Hard not to respect how tough Jordan is inside. Really good at angling his body to pick up the foul call.
This is his first free throw of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, when you watch MJ, Michael Jordan, the championship mentality is obvious. He gives his team everything he has to win games, and then some.
And so Jordan nails both of them. Here's Doncic. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. On the court for the 80s team, they've got Malone. Bird is out there with McHale. And it's Michael Jordan. And it's Johnson in at the point guard position. And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Doncic against Jordan. Doncic kicks to James. And the 3 off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And the shot is good from Johnson.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Doncic against Jordan. Yep, that one goes.
Well, you know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
To the wing right side. Here's Jordan. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here. Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Good for his 9th make and just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Jordan against Doncic.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And that one, good. Jordan's got 24 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Doncic, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Boy, much respect for the defensive Jordan. I mean, he gives his all on this end of the floor. I mean, fantastic at getting his hands up to block shots. Feels to me like this team is going to need more from him, guys. I mean, if they're to erase this deficit, he's got to step up.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now a timeout called by the West All-Stars.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
And, you know, I think he's going to tell them simply, we have to show more fight on the interior. That's the top priority right now.
And here's Curry, who brings it up for the West All-Stars. On the wing, Doncic, guarded by Jordan. Doncic passes to James. They need this. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Moses Malone.
When LeBron has it inside like that, I mean, it's almost impossible to stop him. Worst case scenario, he's going to get himself to the foul line.
The West All-Stars haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. Free throw good, LeBron.
Well, there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The 80s team with the ball. They're on a 12-3 run right now. And it's Jordan with the jam.
No doubt about the brilliance of Jordan as a player. Outstanding at knowing when to go get that alley-oop.
Now Curry. He's got 18. The 80s team making some changes. Irving's checked in for Bird. And Thomas subbed in for Johnson.
Julius Irving. Isaiah Thomas.
And the West All-Stars have possession. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Outside Curry. That 3 off the mark. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Curry passes to Giannis. Jokic kicks to Doncic. There's the lob at Kumbo. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
McHale outside, down low, and stolen by LeBron. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
And they double up Jordan, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And the 80s team has possession. Double team on Thomas. Here's Malone, and it's Malone finishing it off.
Well, he's so crafty, Isaiah Thomas, and really unselfish. A pass-first point guard who knows exactly when one of his guys is open and how to get it to him.
To the inside, and Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Curry. Curry's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Thomas. McHale outside. Here's Malone. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic.
Yeah, and Malone excels at putting himself in a great position, really on both ends. Just a dynamite rebounder and interior scorer.
Line for 2.
Free throw drops from Malone. The 80s team making some changes. Abdul-Jabbar comes in for McHale, and Wilkins subbed in for Jordan. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the West. Paul comes in for Steph Curry. And both free throws good for Malone.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Paul against Thomas. And here is Paul. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Oh, costly error there. We'll see how they rebound from that miscue.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
Gervin's checked in for Irving. Double team on Thomas. He dishes it to Wilkins. Here's Malone. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Now here's LeBron. He's got 10. Basket good. James has got 12 in the game.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Gervin outside. And there's the pass to Wilkins. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And you look at Wilkins, everybody talks about the spectacular athleticism, but in some ways, I think he's just underrated as a basketball player. It just does so many things well for his team.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the 80s team.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And how about the work they're doing also on the offensive glass? Creating those extra opportunities has been critical.
And the first one drops. Second free throw, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Paul with the bucket.
That is the quick decision-making of Chris Paul. Doesn't take a single dribble, just sees it and hits it.
Here's Thomas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
free throw good, Thomas.
And without a doubt, one of the greatest small men we've ever seen. Zeke possesses the skill and determination to just take over a game at any point.
Catching up on changes for the West. Jaylen Brown's checked in for James, and Georgia subbed in for Luka Doncic. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Giannis with it. He's got 8. Now the dish to Gobert. Paul passes to Brown. Poked away, and Gobert kicks to Brown. Makes it off the glass. Brown's got 8.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Thomas. Malone trying to break free, and he banks in the layup.
And though Thomas is great from the perimeter, he has a toughness and a willingness to go in amongst the trees and kind of mix it up.
Paul passes to George. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. 10 points for him.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to Wilkins. Malone outside. Giannis right side. And the dunk by Giannis.
Boy, Brown not just a super athlete, folks, but he's got excellent skills as well. A tremendous floor general.
Brown against Thomas. Pass to Gervin. Lots of room. Jump shot is good.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Paul looking over the floor. George passes to Giannis. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Malone outside. Here's Gervin. Tips it up. It's good on the putback.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. We were all witnesses last year to the pandemic, which struck with worldwide repercussions. The NBA was no exception. The 1920 season was altered, and this season was delayed. But the league is finding a sense of solidarity and resolve under the leadership of Adam Silver. Now, sports is a microcosm of society as a whole, and we all are finding different ways to overcome this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, D.A. The West All-Stars making a switch here. Sabonis is checked in. Gervin passes to Olajuwon. 5 on the clock. Free throw line jump shot. Up and in with the jumper near the hoop. Olajuwon's got 10 points in the game.
Such a graceful player. Hakeem is light off the ground there for that rebound, and then the skill to send that one home.
Here's Paul Johnson with the block. And here comes the break. It doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Brown. George double teamed. Passes it to Brown. Olajuwon with the block. And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars. The 80s team making a switch here. Bird's checked in. The West also making some changes. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Gobert. And it's Damian Lillard in for Paul. Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Lillard. Bird pulls it in. Bird's got his 5th rebound in this one. Johnson can't get it to go. And so Simmons will bring it up for the West All-Stars. kicks to George. No good on the three. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Boy, the athleticism of Olajuwon, love it, showing how efficient he can be when he's close to the bucket. A terrific throwdown.
There's the pass to George. Dishes it to Simmons. Outside, Sabonis. Here's Lillard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And no stopping Lillard. Excellent at staying in control no matter what the D throws at him.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here. Jordan, he's checked in for Gervin.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good. Damian Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
It's Jordan on the wing. Excellent D there from George. The West All-Stars with the ball. Pull-up jumper. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Simmons. Brown's got 10 points.
I like the confidence and the assurance that Brown is taking these shots with. I mean, his mid-range game is actually on point.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
The 80s team making a switch here. McHale's checked in. And that one falls for Olajuwon.
Hakeem Olajuwon, a transcendent talent. Late to the game, but my, oh my, what a beast of a big man. He's certainly a guy you can build a team around.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Boy, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
George against Jordan. George looking around. Another shot. Johnson with the block.
Tell you what, the long arms and great wingspan of Johnson, well used and suited for the shot denial.
And so it's the home team in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. Right back after this break. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The 80s team with the ball. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Sabonis is out there with Simmons. Then it's Curry. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Brown with the small forward. And then Olajuwon with the dunk.
Yep, whenever Olajuwon has the ball now, he wants to take the defense to school, and I like his aggressiveness.
Jokic has checked in for Sabonis. And that one falls for Olajuwon. And so here are the West All-Stars. Here's Curry. Outside, Simmons. Lillard outside. Back to Simmons. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
We talk about the feel for the game, and Simmons has it. So adept at cashing in on what the defense gives him off these pick-and-roll sets, and that's not as easy as he makes it look.
Irving from long range. Here's Olajuwon, and then Olajuwon with the dunk.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second-chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. James is checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Simmons.
You know, after missing his first year out of college due to injury, Ben Simmons ended up winning Rookie of the Year in 2018, proving the wait was worth it.
Pass to Olajuwon. Here's Worthy, and finished off by Worthy.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Johnson against Lillard, and taken away by Magic. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Yeah, you know, Johnson plays with such confidence and effervescence in the open floor. You never know what he's going to do, but most of the time, he makes a good decision.
And the basket by Curry.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Pass to Irving from outside the arc. 80s team working now with the new shot clock. Count it. Good. Olajuwon's got 22.
Guys, they're just getting outworked. I mean, plain and simple. It's got to be more of a collective effort to secure that backboard.
Yeah, and when you take a look at the stat sheet, they've got to do something to cut down on these second chance points. Box out and get to the defensive board.
And it's sent back by Irving.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
McHale, and he converts the layup.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, and you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Oh, what a play!
Woo! Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
McHale kicks to Johnson. Wants to get it to Olajuwon, and does. Olajuwon drawn the double team. Irving from long range. Second shot opportunity. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And for Olajuwon, when you think of rebounding, it's not just his size and lift. Also, the instincts play a role.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the West. On its way from Curry for two, and Thomas pulls it down. And so Thomas will bring it up for the 80s team. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Simmons got his fourth rebound in this one. Doncic outside. Pass to Jokic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Doncic has got his fifth assist in this one. Jokic has gone 3 of 6 shooting from the field, 50% so far. The pass to Wilkins. His three-pointers off the mark. And even 3-on-3 break. The three for Doncic. Sinks the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Irving. It's not going to go for him. Great D that time from Curry. Here's LeBron. Oh, that was terrific.
Man, my goodness. Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Outside Wilkins. Right side Irving. And Dr. J slams it in.
Yeah, he's so quick in the air. Then the spike down on the finish. Dr. J does it as few can.
Now Curry. Off target from three-point range.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a three yet after the tremendous first half he had.
Great open look there.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Simmons with it. Guarded now by Irving. And then Simmons slams it in.
Excellent concentration that time by the 6'10" Simmons. Very good at completing these chances despite the defense's best efforts.
Abdul-Jabbar's checked in for Irving. Then for the West All-Stars, Rudy Gobert comes in for Jokic. And Paul subbed in for Curry.
One shot.
This has been a one-sided affair.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending their lead and maintaining that intensity level.
Back to Thomas. Lets it go from deep. Here's Olajuwon. It's stolen by Gobert. And here is Doncic. James outside. Ball against Wilkins to the paint. And it's Doncic. That time on the assist by Paul.
Boy, calm and collected inside. Doncic's scoring ability, wide-ranging.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Oh, and just a soft touch on both ends of that pretty alley-oop.
I got to say, when he threw the pass, I didn't know where it was going.
Neither did the defense.
LeBron against Worthy. Both teams deciding to change it up.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution.
Pass to James. Clock at 6. That's tipped. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Doncic with the block.
Yeah, the defense of Doncic looking a lot better. I mean, when he works hard at that end of the floor, he can get up and block some shots, too. Not a lot of them, but he can block a few.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Releases. The shot by Dentley, no good. Fast break, here we go. Here's LeBron, and finished off by LeBron.
And when you're open, Paul will find you in a nanosecond. I mean, that's one thing that makes him really special.
Here's Thomas. The shot off that time. Some solid D from Paul.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
Here's Wilkins. The West All-Stars pull it in. Doncic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Time called here. The 80s team will talk it over.
Things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. Bird, the pass to Johnson. kicks it to McHale. From deep three-point range, doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the West All-Stars the other way. Curry wide open, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
That three ball of Curry deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Malone left side. That one's off, still out of sync. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the West All-Stars, trailing by 19. Jordan against Doncic. Jordan dishes to McHale. Here's Malone. They shoot again. He lays it in.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Passes it to Jokic. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got his 5th assist in this one. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Bird outside, inside. Here's Malone.
Fantastic defensive instincts, encouraging signs of progress from Jokic.
Here's Curry with the three, drops in the tray. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Their 3rd three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Johnson, the pass to Bird. He dishes it to Malone. The feed to McHale. Basket counts. And the 80s team leads by 17.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Here's Curry with the three. And that's collected by Malone. Malone's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. That shot no good. 4-on-3 break. Here's the floater. And Doncic lays it in. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Now here's Johnson. Now the pass to Jordan. Back to Johnson. Johnson draws the double. Kicks it to Jordan. To the middle. Here's McHale. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Yeah, and stronger than that wiry frame would indicate. Curry does a great job of shaking off the hit here and a potential and one.
The West making some changes. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Jaylen Brown comes in for LeBron. And it's Paul in for Doncic.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good by Curry. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Gervin outside. Curry against Johnson. Over Curry. Johnson, good. And the 80s team leads by 16.
They maintained focus all night and along the way put on quite a show.
And, you know, everybody in the building knows this is a wrap, a done deal. Put this one in the W column.
There's 48 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Ball against Gervin. Here's Johnson, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation. There's 38 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Paul outside. Pass to Gobert. Outside Curry. The three-pointer no good. and they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Johnson outside. And so it's the 80s team winning this one. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.